Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of my free to play series. And once again, Arena has released another premiere draft where we could draft for free, and it is Ikoria Layers of Behemoths. Now, to be honest, I didn't really draft this set much when it came out, so this is going to be pretty fresh for me, a lot of card reading for me. So I'm going to go ahead and re-roll my quest and open packs, and I'll see you guys at the draft. Alright, let's see what we opened here. Haunted Nightmare. Interesting, seems to be like a really good aggressive card. Heartless Act is a really good removal spell. This is an interesting combat trick, I suppose. This is an interesting card right here. But I think here the choice might be Haunted Nightmare. I know it seems a little bad to put a Death Touch counter on it, but we'll see. Okay, I think here we're gonna follow it up with a Dire Tactics. Zenith Flare is actually really strong. It's pretty broken here. I wonder if people remember how broken this card is. I'm actually gonna take it here. A lot of people were complaining about how good cycling was, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I could go into that, because that is a very powerful strategy. And that was back when bot drafting was around and there wasn't any human drafting at the time, so they couldn't really fix the bots in time. They eventually did, but you know, not fast enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Zenith Flare here and see how we go from there. Okay, so let's take a quick span. There's no cycling cards that we could take here. This is a pretty interesting black card here, but let's see, each player chooses. Interesting, we might actually be in the Grixis colors here, so I think I might gotta just take the rare here. Clash of Titans is pretty interesting, but not where we want to be. Checkpoint Officer is actually pretty good as well. Actually, might take Spell Eater Werewolf here, because if we are going into the cycling deck, I am eventually going to have a bunch of these. Let's see. So you got a bunch of these 1-mana cyclers here. This is going to be pretty good for us. A fight spell that also cycles. I'm down for that. And we haven't been really seeing a lot of powerful black, besides that opening pack that we had, so maybe that's a sign that black wasn't open. no cards with cycling, it seems, but Thieving Otter seems pretty good. Actually, we're not playing blue. What am I thinking? Let's see. This is not bad. That's not bad either. I think here I'm gonna take the Marshall here. What does this dart do? Sleepy dart. Interesting artifact here. But I think here, yeah, I'm gonna take the Marshall. Maybe I did want the cheaper card, but I really want to make sure we got our defenses shored up. Here, I believe, I think I just take a Garrison Cat. Or actually, here we go. Lava Serpent that has cycling, and it's in our color, so we might be able to cast it. Let's see. No cycling again. Could take a 4-2. It trades well. I actually like this Cat Ape here, Ferocious Tigerilla. That seems like a pretty decent creature on its own. No cycling cards, I would have taken any. Same here, I think I'll take a Blade Banish. It's pretty okay removal spell. We are looking to play late, so we could cycle all our cards and then Zenith Flare them out. I think I only have one creature that I can have Menace. Let's see here. Nothing with cycling. I suppose I could take the tap land here and see maybe I could splash green in case I open some crazy green. I'm not giving up anything at all here. Blazing Volley seems like it could do good here, but I'm not going to give up a cycler here. I'm looking to take all of them, as long as they're colorless, or in my colors, that is. Okay, here I'll take a Sleeping Dart, but I don't think I'm going to play it. Alright, I guess I'll take the Gremlin here. Okay, we did get a lot of defensive creatures here, a little bit too much. Rugged Triumph seems like a good cycler to get, but we really don't need it. I think I'd rather have a Dranith Healer here. But this is in our colors and it lets us splash. But we really need the payoffs, and this is a small payoff. Yeah, that's a small enough payoff that I think I'm gonna go and take the rare here. Okay, here I think I'm gonna take Fire Prophecy. It's just a good removal spell. And it lets us draw, so maybe it is right to get the boon of the Wish Giver here, but I think Fire Prophecy is fine. Looks like we're not splashing green. If anything, we might splash blue. Okay, here I could get the healer. I do like it over this cycler here. Nothing really else that we would want. Okay, we do have a chance of another cycler in this artifact here. But I think we might want the pacifism. It's just another cheap removal spell for us. Let's see. Don't need that. Or that. I think I'm just gonna take the cycler here. I think playing so many of these is a little much. I think I might take an anticipate. Who knows? I might play it. Okay, we got some cycling cards here. I do like taking these big cyclers here because even though we're most likely going to cycle them away, if we do end up in the late game and drawing into them, we could just play them in the pretty chunky guys. Where's the other one? Lava Serpent here. So I do like that. Interesting, but I'm not going to take it over the cycler here. I do have this, which is easier to splash off of my Rugged Triumph, so I'm going to take that instead. Okay, here I'm going to take another cheap removal spell. It seems pretty good in a red-blue deck. Alright, Cathartic Reunion could help us if we get flooded out. Don't think I'm gonna play any of these cards. I think maybe that's the most likely one to be played. Take the cycler. Okay, none of these cards matter. Alright, what do we open? Other humans get +1/+1. That seems pretty good, but I'm not in that, unfortunately. I think here's just another Spell Eater Wolverine. I have a lot of cycling, so, and removal spells, so more likely than not this is gonna have double strike a lot of the time. So that's 6 power that our opponent has to deal with for 3 mana. Okay, no good strong cycling cards for this. I think I'm going to take the cheaper cycling here. Hopefully this crystal wheels back. The other one did. This is pretty good because it's going to help us with our Spell Eater Wolverines here. Or it could take an aggressive 2-drop to try to get him low. I think I'm just going to take a Blaze Volley here. There's a lot of 1 toughness creatures in this format, it seems. Okay, so we got a cycler there, cycler there. Interesting. I think I'd rather take Shredded Sails here, because it acts as a removal spell with cycling. A lot of cards here I could get back. Very good pack. Okay, here maybe I just take another Lava Serpent. Maybe I'm going too deep on this cycling thing. Maybe I should just take a Ferocious Gorilla here. I didn't see a Zenith Flare pack 2, and I'm running out of chances to see one now. This seems like an excellent card in what we're trying to do. But another Fire Prophecy. Oh man. I think I have to take the Fire Prophecy. I think that's way too much better. That's a nice removal spell as well. If I knew I was going to get back-to-back removal spells, I probably would have taken the other. It's actually a pretty good cycling card right there. Not impressed with either of these. Maybe just take the cheaper card. think I actually might take Channeled Force here. That seems like a good card to splash. Cycler. Take a Mutated Pup. Actually, I'll definitely take another Wolverine. That's a really good pickup for us. Not too sure if that's good. Alright, I don't know how deep I'm gonna go into this cycling now. Wow. I think I'm gonna take the Momentum Rambler because I already have 2 of the gorillas. So red was definitely open. Alright guys, so this is the build I ended up with. We have 12 cyclers in the deck for Zenith Flare, and that's including the Triumph here. All of them 1 mana except for the Crystal and the Suffocating Fumes. But I do foresee a scenario where I do end up just playing the Crystal for a mana ramp if I ended up playing my Flare early. And then I could play Fumes and Memory Leak if I need to. I could also play Startling Development as well in that scenario. I did want to splash in Channeled Force here because it's a pretty sweet card. But I think that's too greedy. I'm not too sure what I would take out for it. Probably a Divine Arrow. But as I said, maybe it's too greedy with just the 1 Triumph here for the source of blue. Maybe if I had the Jeskai Crystal, I could have done it 2 sources. I would have been a lot more comfortable. Or if I picked up a duel that gained life, the blue-white. But that's not the case, so we're going to go into the games and see how this goes. If I do feel like I need more removal, which I'm pretty sure I don't, I feel like I have a lot, I could board this in over a really bad cycler like Suffocating Fumes or even the Crystal itself. Anyways guys, let's get to the games. Alright, I could definitely play with this hand. I'm going to start off with a Drenith Healer and see how my opponent plays. Then I can start cycling for lands, and while I'm doing it, it's going to be fueling up not only my Zenith Flare, but also the Spout Eater Werewolves that I have in my deck. Alright, so let's keep. Okay, Cathartic Reunion could be good later on in the game. Okay, I think here I need to start cycling now. Actually, use my 1 mana cycler here in case I get a land. There we go. Go ahead and cycle again. Okay, that was a good draw. I think I might put back the Cathartic Reunion. I feel like we're a little far away here. using that. Then I'm gonna play my land out. Okay, let's see if we can stop that from getting any advantage here. Looks like we can't. Gonna go ahead and put a menace counter here. Force my opponent to double block next turn, so we could at least get the Thieving Otter out. Next turn I can play a Lava Serpent if I draw land, which is pretty nice. Quick 5/5 pace. Okay, looks like we're racing here. Okay, can't do anything about that. I'm gonna go ahead and cycle here. No luck here, but I did draw my removal spell for flying creatures. I just gotta hope he doesn't mutate again this turn. Crosslink is good. Okay, basically made it to the one that came out in Strixhaven. I forgot what it's called. That's a pretty good one. So I think here I just have the Shredding Sails. Give it menace and turn. Next turn I could play a 5/5 haste. Okay, that's not gonna stop my soul. It's gonna make it really annoying though, that's for sure. Just have to let him pay for that. Alright, so land, I just double Gorilla and then if not, Gorilla plus something else most likely. Okay, pacifism of my own would also be nice. Okay, can't get any of those haste. counter my gorilla. He's gonna get pumped huge. Looks like we're still racing here. That was actually pretty huge for us. Wow, they had all the counters, huh? They're gonna need to draw a creature here. And they did it. Okay, not fearing another removal spell, it seems. Oh, there's the end of that. How unfortunate, this is such a good game. I was gonna say, so salty. Sorry about that. Good game's funny. Okay, there's a perfectly serviceable hand on the draw. Just to note, when you're playing against a mutate deck like I was last game, don't remove the creature while the mutate's on the stack. Because if you do, the normal creature that was gonna mutate onto it will just enter the battlefield as it is. In fact, even cheaper, because usually the mutate cost is cheaper than the actual creature. So you gotta let the trigger happen and then deal with it afterwards so you get both the cards. Okay, go ahead and keep. Perfect card to draw on 2. Go ahead and play 2/2 and see if he actually mutates onto this. Okay, and then this gross creatures with menace. Interesting. So I think I just go and shoot that down. I think I'll send a mountain back. Attack and say go. This is a race I'm currently winning. Okay, I think our opponent did not know exactly what that did. Yeah, it says other creatures, so it doesn't really work like that. So that was fortunate for us that our opponent wasted a card like that. I think here I might want the cycler more. Could go ahead and cycle this for 1. Maybe we get a 3-drop. I don't want to kill that. Perfect. Good game, Spunnet. Sorry about that. Alright, this is a pretty good hand. Gonna keep. Just at least cycle this. I think just to make board presence now. Looks like I'm playing against a black-blue cycling deck, which is also pretty strong in this format, I heard. Okay, here I think before I go crazy with the spells, I'm gonna build out my board. Play out my quality creatures here. Cycling cards over there. Okay, so that's gonna get pretty annoying, so I think I'm just gonna go shoot that away. I'm gonna return the crystal because it doesn't count towards our Wolverine. I do want to cycle this away, but I think I should just play my tap land and also play this creature here. I'm going to go in for the attack. Now if I draw a land next turn, I could Lava Serpent, which is really nice. No such luck there. Okay, I can still play Wolverine here and have Memory Leak be the third card here. Alright, so this is sorcery, so we really can't do anything about that. So let's go ahead and attack. They have to have something, they have all their mana up. It's -2/-2, so they could just straight up kill my healer. Or they could trade for my Wolverine. Oh wait, yeah, they kill, of course. Okay, let's go ahead and cycle this. I like being aggressive here. So it looks like they're playing the flash mechanic here. Okay, so now we can start racing back. Should have attacked first, but that's okay. Kill the Legion, they're forced to block. Being able to save this and play this as a attacker slash blocker. Oh wow, okay. So these guys are gonna be bumping heads for a while. A Zenith Flare kills them, so I'm excited to draw that. I think I'll take 3 here. Okay, we're not drawing anything right now. We need a cycler or something. If we could chain off cycling, that'd be sweet. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet draw. Just gonna help us stabilize the board. Interesting choice of target. Still drawing land. Ouch. We draw all their capture spears here. We'll take 5 here. Pacifism is not going to be enough, right? 4 or 5. Yep, not going to be enough. Good games, opponent. Alright guys, we're in the back end of it once again, but that is nothing unusual for us, it seems. Alright, so this is a pretty sweet hand. It looks like we could stay a while against flyers, anything really. So we'll go ahead and keep. Okay, I might just end up just playing this card. Wow, that's a sweet card. Okay, I think I'm gonna just shoot that and throw away the startling development. Okay, looks like I won't be playing the crystal after all. I think I'm just gonna cycle that. Since I drew 2 lands in a row right there. I'm gonna wait one more turn to play this. My opponent just wasted all their mana and I can still use mine. No, I've been playing this and regretting it way too much. I think I'm just gonna leave it out for cycling. Okay, our opponent has wasted mana time and time again. Okay. So very low powered play at this stage of the game. Here maybe I just bite the bullet and play it. Do the same play but keep Divine Arrow open. Give them 2 double strikers to worry about. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Alright, so maybe the play here is just go all out. And I could rebuild pretty well with what I have left. That's pretty good because I didn't want him to go crazy with those, making a bunch of 3/3s. Yikes. It's a good thing I have a divine arrow to handle that. Another potential double striker on the board here. And then my hand is still stacked. My opponent is floating out though, unfortunately. Just kill everything. Interesting. Yes. Alright, good game spotted. I mean, I do have a couple cyclers and a divine arrow to keep me afloat, so I think I'm going to keep. I think I end up turning cycle. Just do it now. Pretty nice set of draws. Okay, another mutate deck. Let's see, if I were to discard two, I wouldn't even know what to discard. Let's attack and see what they do. Of course, I think here I just discard an ape. Both the apes. I don't want to miss land drops. I think, this because I want to have 5 mana of for my Wolverine and whatever else they play. I could Pacifism or Divining Arrow it. I don't know the set well enough to know whether I'm using my removal spells effectively. If I'm killing the stuff that matters. Okay, I'm sure that's definitely going to matter. Unfortunately, I can't remove it with my Divine Arrow because it's too big now. But a Pacifism does the job just well. That's pretty good too with the Pacifism. Now it can't just bring itself back. Alright, so I think let's begin with cycling a memory leak here. Another cycle. See if they go for a block. Okay, I really want to force my opponent to have to chump a lot. Still haven't seen any of my fiery prophecies yet, so that's a good one. See how low my opponent's willing to go. Wonder if I should save this shredding sails for removal or something like that. I hope that's all the way. Yeah, I think I'll save it. It's a pretty good one. I think maybe I just trade away my Darneth healer now. I think I've gotten enough value on that. I think I should still save this. I'm gonna save both of them actually. Interesting. I'm just gonna draw. Interesting, so you have to waste that. Oh, so he's gonna get real low. Maybe they play a small enough creature where it matters. Or I could put them back at square one. Okay, so they're buying themselves some turns. There we go. Good games, opponent. Alright, this is a pretty sweet hand. We could just cycle right away too. So I always like that. Playing a lot against these mutate decks. Fortunate. Do I play the Wolverine? I think I do. Let's go ahead and attack and see what they do. I want to be aggressive with the Zenith Flare in my hand. And I think it's right just to not play the Triumph. I want to get as much cycling into my hand as possible. Okay, so hopefully now we draw some type of removal spell. Because now they're gonna keep card advantage. Insane amount of card advantage. The thing about attacking here though is that they're gonna be taking a lot of damage back. Okay, so I think because we didn't get an instant sorcery for my Wolverines, I think I'm just gonna play the Tigorilla here. Actually put Menace on it so they can't block it easy. Oh, still attacking. Opponent must have pretty good hand quality there. All this drawing. It's a good combo right there. Let's go ahead and cycle that away. Play that next turn, but there's literally no help to us right now. Ooh, that's actually a help to us. Okay, works fine for me. Did that give it first strike as well? Oh, indestructible, that's awesome. So that worked out really well for them. So now they're definitely going to play something here. I can't imagine they won't. Interesting choice of moves there. Opponent, interesting indeed. Let's attack and see what they do. Let's see, I could pop 3 to that, kill that, actually, not kill that, deal that, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have to deal 4 to that. I'll give it double strike. And then this way I could gain more life off of the Zenith Flare. This leaves me completely empty-handed, but I don't know if that was right to do. He gets full value Nightmare, that's pretty rough for me. Capture Sphere is pretty rough for me. Especially because of the Menace, I need another creature here. Wonder why he didn't give that to his other guy. That's good to do it. Alright. Good games, opponent. So they can't be all big clutches, guys. We went 3-3 with a pretty mediocre cycling deck. We didn't get a lot of the good cycling payoffs here. Besides Zenith Flare, I consider Spout Eater a cycling payoff since you get them really easily into the board as we have. But we did have a really good selection of removal and quality creatures here like Ikoria and Momentum Rumbler. And I felt like it was a very consistent deck. We saw a lot of the same cards because we were always cycling into them, so that's pretty much how the cycling deck is. And even though we're playing 16 lands, we will always hit that pocket of lands that will slow us down tremendously. It's because a lot of our spells are just dead cycling spells, like Ambush here, and the black cards here, and the Crystal. Let's see, we've got 2, 4, 6 dead cards in our deck, just meant to be cycled away to the Zenith Flare or to fuel up the Wolverine early on. So you'll always end up in that pocket. So really fun deck. This is my first time playing it. I've only heard rumors about how awful this deck is. I seen Numont the Mummy. Shout out to him. I'm sure you guys know him way more than me. But yeah, watched him do all these crazy Zenith Flare decks, and yeah, that's all I had to go off of for this, because like I said, I didn't really draft this set. Anyways, until the next video, guys, I'll catch you later.